Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. In this video, I would love to share with you my top 10 affordable lipsticks under 15 euros. Most of these are cool tones, but we have few warm tones as well. If you have my skin tone or light to medium skin tone, I think you will love these. These are my all-time favorite shades and shades that I consider the most flattering. So without further ado, let's get started. I would love to begin with the lipstick I'm wearing right now. This is the most expensive lipstick in this video. This is from Sephora. This is their matte lipstick in the shade 01. And this is absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous light pink. I would say it's quite cool toned. So it's this very light Barbie pink, I would say candy pink. Absolutely gorgeous shade, and I'm wearing it with Sephora Collection lip liner in the shade Perfect Beige. These lip liners are very long lasting. I mentioned these in my previous YouTube video. And this lipstick, even though it is matte, it's not drying on the lips at all. And I love just applying a very thin layer and blend it out with my finger. And it creates this absolutely gorgeous cool toned light pink. I absolutely love this lip combo. I would say this lipstick is also quite long lasting. It lasts up to 6 hours on my lips if I don't drink or eat. My next favorite lipstick is in a similar shade. This is from a very underrated makeup brand called Oulac. I believe this is available on Yes Style and on their official website. This is their matte lipstick in the shade Bear, and look how gorgeous is this packaging. And this is how the shade looks like. Absolutely stunning. If you love concealer lips, you absolutely have to get it, because in my opinion, this is one of the best concealer lips shades because it's not too beige and it's not too orange. Let me show you the swatch. And this is how it looks on the swatch. I love this shade so much because it's not orange. It's actually very light, cool toned pink. One of the best concealer lipstick on the market, in my opinion. It also doesn't dry out your lips. Even though it's matte, it doesn't emphasize fine lines or dryness. And it's also quite long lasting. I would say the formula is very comparable to the Sephora lipstick. They last the same amount of time and they feel very similar on the lips. The only difference is that this Oulac lipstick is around 7 euros, I believe, 7 to 10, which is almost half the price of the Sephora. Let's continue with the matte shades. This is super affordable lipstick. I believe it's under 3 euros. I think I got it for like 2 euros and 50 cents. It is from Essence, and this is their Slim Stick 6-hour long lasting lipstick. And I especially recommend trying this shade that I have. This is shade 102 Over the Nude. It's also not too warm toned and it leans actually a little bit cool on the lips. With a cool toned lip liner, it looks beyond stunning. I love pairing it with Essence 8-hour lip liner in the shade Run Don't Walk. It's that very gorgeous cool toned brown, and together they create very gorgeous cool toned light nude lip combo. As it says, it actually lasts up to 6 hours, and the formula is very nice too. It's not drying on the lips and doesn't emphasize fine lines or wrinkles or dry patches. I actually wore it on the day when my lips were so dry and chapped, and this formula just smoothed them out so nicely. For this price, you guys, this is incredible lipstick and incredible shade. Let me actually compare these three together. So this is Oulac in the shade Bear. As you can see, it's much lighter. And this is Sephora. I would say Sephora is the most dry out of all of these, but still all of these three lipsticks are not over drying on the lips. And here you can see them closer. Which one is your favorite, you guys? I love all of these three shades. They're so pretty. The last matte lipstick in this video is from Chinese makeup brand called Carkin. This is such an underrated makeup brand. Their products are absolutely incredible and they're very affordable. This is their matte lipstick, and just look at this gorgeous case. One of the prettiest lipsticks I've ever seen, and just look how stunning is the bullet. Very gorgeous shade. This is shade CO157 Roseate. It's very pigmented and very opaque, and this shade Roseate is so pretty. Also leaning a little bit more cool. I would say it's neutral pink, leaning more cool toned, especially if you wear it with a cool tone lip liner. It looks so pretty on the lips. I love pairing it with NYX Dark Plump lip liner in the shade Touch Up Taupe. Together this is such an incredible lip combo. And here you can see the swatch closer, such a pretty rosy light pink. And again, this is such an incredible formula. It's not drying, it doesn't emphasize dryness or fine lines, it doesn't make your lips crusty. Also quite long lasting lipstick. I would say this one lasts up to 8 hours if you don't eat or drink. And with a gloss on top, it looks beyond gorgeous. Let me actually compare it with the Essence lipstick that I showed earlier. This is Essence Over the Nude, and this is Cappucino in the shade Roseate. As you can see, they are quite similar. I realized I have another matte lipstick to show you. This is from K-beauty brand called Fwee. And look at this cute packaging, how stunning it is. The only thing that I don't really like that the wand is so short. Look how short the wand is. It's like half of my finger, and it is a little bit uncomfortable to apply it, but the shade and the formula is really nice. And what I love about K-beauty makeup is that they list cool toned and warm toned shades separately, so you don't have to guess whether the shade is cool toned or warm or neutral. And this was listed as a cool toned pale pink. And it looks quite blurring on the lips too, so if you love the effect of blurred lips, you will love this one. It doesn't dry out my lips, it doesn't emphasize texture, so if you love pale, cool toned pink shades, you absolutely have to try this one. This is in the shade. This is their Rose Obsession collection, and the shade is called Petal Rose. And now let's talk about glossy shades. This is Essence Satin Glow lipstick that feels very high-end. This lipstick is, I believe, €3, and it performs like high-end because it's very pigmented, very glossy. The formula is so nice, not too thick and not too thin. The shade is beyond gorgeous. This perfect, warm-toned, a little bit peachy pink. If you're looking for a very good, very high-quality, affordable lipstick that's not too thick and not too thin, I highly recommend trying out these Satin Glow lipsticks from Essence. They're also quite hydrating, and for this price they are incredible. And here you can see it up closer. Look how gorgeous is this shade. Next I have Maybelline Serum lipstick, and I believe these are one of the best satin affordable lipsticks on the market. This formula is incredible. It's actually so insanely good. I have it in the shade Upstate, which is this absolutely stunning beigey brownish pink. I absolutely hate when beigey peachy lipsticks turn orange on the lips. This has a little bit coolness to it, so it doesn't pull orange on my lips, which I highly appreciate. This shade Upstate is actually so pretty, one of the most gorgeous beigey brownish pinks. Here you can see it up closer. As you can see, it is not orange, and it has a slight brown coolness to it. The formula is so insanely good because it's super thin. The name Serum lipstick is actually perfect name for this collection. And even though it is super thin, it is also super opaque. Like, look at this. This is just one swipe. If I had to recommend you just two drugstore satin lipsticks, I would definitely recommend Serum lipsticks from Maybelline and the previous Satin Glow from Essence. Let me actually compare the shade to previous Essence lipsticks so you can see the difference. This is Essence Satin Glow in the shade 02, and this is Maybelline in the shade Upstate. And as you can see, Maybelline is a little bit more brown and tiny bit more cool toned. Next, I have very similar shade to Maybelline Upstate. This is from Italian makeup brand called Wycon, and this is such an underrated makeup brand. I wonder why nobody talks about it on social media. This is absolutely incredible brand. They have Kiko quality, but they have half the price of Kiko. And this is their Hydrasheer lipstick in the shade Hazelnut 27. First of all, look at this gorgeous packaging. This is very similar to MAC Alone Time. If you love MAC Alone Time, you will love this Wycon lipstick in the shade Hazelnut. The formula is quite similar to Maybelline Serum lipsticks, but it is a little bit thicker and more sheer, I would say, and a little bit more glossy. This is absolutely stunning, cool toned sheer brown. Look how stunning is this shade. Let me actually compare it to MAC Alone Time so you can see how similar these shades are. This is MAC Alone Time. This is Wycon in the shade 27 Hazelnut. As you can see, the shades are quite close. This is absolutely stunning formula, very glossy, very nourishing and hydrating, doesn't emphasize dry patches or fine lines. It actually delivers that soft glass-like shine to the lips. Incredible lipstick, very underrated brand. If you can get your hands on Wycon, I highly recommend trying their makeup. If you don't have access to Wycon makeup, I recommend trying Rimmel lipsticks instead. This is their lasting finish lipstick, and mine is in the shade Cappucino Light. We all know that Rimmel Cappuccino lip liner is gorgeous cool toned brown, and this is very gorgeous lipstick in lighter brown shade. The only thing I don't like about these lipsticks is that they don't really last a long time on the lips. I find myself reapplying it every hour, I would say. And it also has quite a strong scent. I would say it smells like candies. I don't mind that. I actually really like the scent, but many people in the comments say that this scent is way too overpowering. If you don't like scented lipsticks, this will probably not be for you. But if you don't mind the scent, I highly recommend trying this lipstick in the shade Cappuccino Light. It's also not as hydrating as other lipsticks, but I don't mind that because the shade is just so pretty. And last but not least, Revlon Super Lustrous Shine lipstick in the shade 07 Glazed Mauve. This is such a pretty cool toned mauvish shade. The packaging is also so gorgeous and it feels like a high-end lipstick. This is very comparable to YSL lipsticks. This is very sheer, probably the most sheer out of all of these lipsticks I showed you. Look how sheer it is, but the shade Glazed Mauve is so pretty. It's more like a hybrid between a balm and a lipstick. It's very hydrating and it actually gives this glass-like shine. Let me actually try it so you can see. Look how shiny that is. Look how pretty it looks on top of that Sephora lipstick. I absolutely love it. It's not thick, it's not greasy, it's not heavy. It's actually very thin. Like a very thin lip balm with a little bit of coverage and glass-like shine. This one is around 10 euros, I believe, and it feels and wears like high-end. And look how pretty is this lip combo. I'm wearing Sephora Collection lip liner in perfect beige with that Sephora lipstick, and this Revlon on top is just perfect cool toned beigey pink. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I did filming it. I hope you find some gorgeous shades for you. My next video I would love to dedicate to affordable blushes. So if you love blushes, please subscribe and stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye!